Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome to FYI Newsbyte. Here's what we found for your information this lunchtime. Another setback. Salvage crews trying to limit the environmental damage from an oil-leaking cargo ship off New Zealand still can't resume pumping out the remaining fuel. Calmer weather has allowed the crews to get back on board the ship, but the situation is so complex they haven't been able to make any progress. The ship has already spilled hundreds of tons of oil, and workers are in a race against time to try and drain the rest before waves break up the vessel, which has begun to crack apart. The Prime Minister John Key says he understands New Zealanders' frustration.
I have no doubt that you're absolutely appalled and outraged at what's taken place. So am I. And I expect to get answers for why this has happened.
Sticking up for the people, the financial regulator has warned Ireland's big banks to stop increasing their standard variable interest rates. The central bank's Matthew Elderfield is concerned that repeated interest rate hikes on variable mortgage holders will push many homeowners into arrears, so he's putting pressure on banks not to raise the rates. A race against time. Volunteers and troops are trying to reinforce sandbag walls on the outskirts of Bangkok to stop floodwaters surging into the Thai capital. The city is surrounded by rising water that's already devastated the nearby ancient city of Atathuya, and a surge in water levels is expected later today. Another air show disaster. A fighter jet has crashed during an exhibition at an air show in central China. The jet was caught on camera as it sputtered and then nosedived into a field. Amazingly, no one was hurt. The pilot managed to eject from the cockpit and parachute to the ground. Quite a haul. Cocaine with an estimated street value in excess of €5 million was seized by Gardaí and revenue officials in Cork last night. It follows an investigation into an international drugs trafficking ring. 5 men have been arrested. It's here. Tech heads queued outside Apple stores around the globe ahead of the release of the new iPhone 4S. One store in Tokyo held a fancy launch ceremony. In Australia, Apple staff chanted and sang to the waiting crowd. And in the UK, Apple fans lined up all night to be one of the first to get their hands on the new gadget. We'll have to wait though. It doesn't hit Irish stores until October 28th. And finally, one adventure seeker in the US attempted to jump from California's tallest bridge, but instead of an exhilarating freefall, he ended up in a tree and in a lot of trouble. Rescue crews were called in as he dangled 60 feet above the ground. After he was rescued, he was arrested as there are no jumping signs clearly posted on the bridge. FYI is interactive. From your opinions to news you think we should be covering, we want to hear it all. FYI is available to you 24/7 online for all the information you need to know. Simply log on to tv3.ie/3e/FYI. Here you'll find the latest stories, video catch-ups, comments and the FYI blog. We're also available to you on Twitter and Facebook. Just log on to the website and hit the social networking shortcuts. Time now for a look at the funniest clips on the web. Here's our top 5. At number 5, one pooch really doesn't want his owner to go to work and he's got his mates around to help. At number 4, a crazy hotel base jump. Well, it's one way to check out. At number 3, just a bit of pre-Halloween family fun. Or years of psychological scarring.
You're okay.
At number 2, it's called the Grizzly and it's a head-banging move. And number 1 today, jump rope never looked so cool. Or lethal. That's one car ride you'd want to skip. And tune into FYI later for the newest downloads. We'll have more on the top stories, plus catch up on today's tech news with Cassie, and Paul will be here with all the sport. We'll see you back here at 6, right here on 3E.